Hey guys, it's Vas here from Aussie RC Playground, and today I'm going to be sharing something with you that I'm hoping it's going to work okay. Now, this is just an idea, and basically what's happened is I have got myself a GoPro Hero 3. It's a nice, neat little camera. I've mucked around with it a little bit, I've used it, but haven't put up any footage of it just yet. And I've been thinking about how to put this on the car and be able to take it off without scarring the body of the car, and without having something that would be otherwise permanent. So these little attachments that you get when you buy the Hero 3 or GoPro, I suppose, they give you these little attachments that have these double-sided tape on here, and this is supposed to be really strong adhesive tape, and I'm too scared to actually put them on the Lexan body because I fear that I may not be able to take them off afterwards, or if I do, I'm going to leave some residue behind and I'm going to wreck it and then not be able to reuse it. So rather than going out and buying a whole bunch of these to use in various different positions in the cars, and let's face it, I could really only use them once, because as soon as you have an outside shot of the car, you're going to see that these things are like positioned all over the car, and it's not really ideal. Now, I saw this one guy, which I think he may have subscribed to me. I can't remember who it was exactly, but I saw this video, and he came up with this idea of the display case. The box of the GoPro has this little base on there that sort of sits on top of the box, and then the camera sits on top of that, and it's on display in the box. I mean, if you've ever been to the shops and you've seen a GoPro, or if you've got one, you know what I'm talking about. So basically he got this thing here, and he attached, I think it was 4 magnets, so one at each corner, and put some metal washers underneath the actual body itself, and then this would actually just magnetize and stick to the actual shell. But he used rather small magnets, and although magnets do stick very well to metal, it's not the strongest bond that you can have. The strongest bond you can have is by having 2 magnets onto each other. So what I did, I jumped on eBay and I got myself some of these. Now, this is a 20mm by 50mm by 4mm magnet. This is what's called a rare earth magnet. I don't know if it is actually rare, because there's quite a lot of them on eBay. But this this is a very, very strong magnet, and I've actually got 4 of these. Now, they stick together really, really well, and you can't really pull them apart unless you slide them or you bend them. And if they stick on face to face like that, as that one is there is no way you're going to be able to pull that apart. You rip your fingernails off. So what you need to do is actually slide them just like that, and then when you've got a little bit of leverage, you can peel them off, and away you go. But they are very, very strong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this aside for the time being, and I'm actually going to show you what my idea is. So as I said, this isn't an original idea. I'm sure that other people have done this, and I got this from watching a video from someone else. So what we're going to do, and I've sort of played around with this a little bit, so I've sort of come up with the best way to do this particular job. You get yourself some of this bear tape, which I think is called. Pretty strong stuff. So you get yourself some of that. You cut it up. You cut up one length, and you probably need about 30 to 40 centimeters, like so. And then you slice it straight down the guts. So you slice it in the middle, and then you can put your magnet right underneath the case at one end. Put the other magnet at the other end, and I'm going to quickly tape these up and then show you the next step for it. Okay, so now I've done my first one, so I'll put the tape over the top of the magnet. You can just sort of see it sticking out there. We'll finish this off. I'll do the other side, and I'll show you another thing that you need to do. Okay, so now I've done both sides, so you can see the magnets on the actual bottom of the case there. So the reason why the tape is so long is so you can actually wrap it around a couple of times. So once you've wrapped it a couple of times, you'll see that the magnets are kind of sitting there, but they're still a little bit loose. So what you do is you get yourself another piece of tape about yay long. You don't need it to be any longer than the actual plastic bit itself. And you just put half of it over the magnet, just like so, and then you fold the other half over the top, and that will give you a fairly secure magnet for what it is that we're going to be doing. So that there, you do that on both sides, and you're done. Okay, so once we're done sticking the tape on the actual base, what we're going to do is we're going to put this upside down, like so. So the way I've done it is I've actually put the magnets front to back. You can do it side to side, I guess, but so front to back, so the body will need to sit on it like that. And then you get your remaining 2 bits of magnet, and you're going to very easily, and just be careful, because once they get to a certain point, they will slip out of your hands, and if you get your fingers stuck, it will pinch. So just mind your fingers. And we're going to do the other one. Geez, I'll tell you what, they are pretty strong. So our base is now attached. You can see that there. Very nicely secured, it's not going anywhere. And the magnets are underneath the roof of the body itself. So what we're going to do is our next step is to basically tape these magnets to the actual body. Now, in case you're wondering why we need to tape the magnets to the body, it's basically so we don't lose them, because there is a chance that the GoPro will fall off. If you're trying to do some stunts with the car and get it with the GoPro, chances are, you're probably going to have a bit of a nasty fall, and you may end up ripping the GoPro off the body. In which case these magnets will fall off, and they'll either stick to the chassis, or they'll fall off, especially if you're running it in water or snow or something, you may actually lose them. So we sticky tape them on, and it's really nothing too special. It's just a bit of tape just to hold them in position there, just like that, right? And this allows us to take that off. That wasn't exaggerated. It is that hard to rip this off the magnets. These magnets, as I said, are very, very strong. I can put my hand here and this will still hold. Okay, that's how strong these guys are. So these are going through tape, through my hand, through the Lexan to the other magnets, and they will hold. And of course, when you go to snap them on, ow, that actually caught my finger. It did, and they will snap on very aggressively. So now we can attach our GoPro. So we're gonna slide this guy in like that, and then to test it out, you can see that there's really not a lot here. I mean, look, it will eventually come off if you're pretty rough with it, but this should be secure enough for you to be able to take this off-road, maybe do a couple of small jumps with it without it falling off. So that is basically the idea that I had after seeing someone else had a go at it. If you've got a better idea for this, or if you think I'm wasting my time and there's actually a completely different way of doing it, then by all means, put a comment down below and let us know about it. I certainly am not looking at using these, purely because these actually cost a fair bit to replace, and I'm actually too scared to even put them on the bodies of my RCs, because they may not come off, and if they do, I might rip the foam that is on the bottom of this, and it's just going to be a mess and a nightmare. So I really don't, these are actually designed to go on helmets and things like that, so they're designed to stick on and stay on. So I really don't want to use them, and I don't want to buy a whole bunch of them. I think this is a much more economical way of doing it and can be reused time and time again. If you've got multiple RCs like I do, what you do is you buy a series of these magnets, you position them in the bodies, and then if I can just take the GoPro out of this body, for example, and put it on the next truck, because the magnets are already in position. So pretty straightforward way and very easy way of doing something like this. There are different size magnets, there are different prices for these magnets as well. I got these off eBay and they're only about 17 bucks including postage. So that's for all 4 of them. But if you want to try something different or experiment with a different system, then by all means go for it. And if it works out better than this thing here, then like I said, let us all know about it. Hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you guys again soon.